Hello, my name is Pamela Curlee, and I am the co-founder of the Svetlana Mastugova Educational Institute. And I just wanted to add some clarity to the options of opportunity that are available when you start on the wonderful pathway of learning the Mastugova method. So I wanted to just kind of give clarification by showing you that when you go to our website, what you'll see is a list of classes that are available. And you can find this by going to the educational courses, MNRI educational courses. And as you see, we have many classes that are available for anybody that would like to take them without a lot of prerequisites. As we start getting into more advanced work, we do begin to have prerequisites that are level 1, which means to take the more in-depth material, we request that you are on a track to become a core specialist or a highly trained person using the work with Mastugova method. So I'd like to explain that process to you so that it's nice and clear. This is a form that you can find on the website. And this is a transcript that you can download and fill out yourself as you begin this journey and you perhaps take the road to becoming a core specialist. Now, we will be keeping track of all of your classes, so not to worry. We will have it on in files and we will have a transcript for you. But this is kind of a fun thing to do for yourself to kind of keep track of what's going on. If you would like, I'd like to encourage you to print this off and then to just check mark as you reach different achievements along the way. What frequently happens is that people will take classes, and so you can write the name of the class, the date, and the instructor, and put a check in the box. And then you take another class, and then you write the name of that class, the date, and the instructor, and you put a check mark in that class. I'm going to recommend that one of the first classes that you have is the dynamic and postural reflex integration, because that does become a prerequisite for all of our classes. And so what happens is people frequently will kind of understand the value and the special gifts that come from this class, and they start seeing beautiful changes and growth from their clients and family. So they begin to take several classes. So you may find that this column here may fill up faster than you think. You would just write them down and put a check mark. Now, after you've taken several classes, you may find yourself being interested in becoming a core specialist and also having the prerequisites that you need to take more of our in-depth training. So I would just like to explain how this form will help guide you in that pathway. Now, to take the training, level 1 is like being a freshman in college. So the whole time that you're trying to fill out this green column here, the horizontal column, we would be referring to you as a level 1 core in training. So you would have a couple classes. Now, somewhere along the line, 2 classes would need to be dynamic and postural and tactile or archetype. Let me just show you what this looks like. These are the 4 classes that we really focus in on in our training. And so tactile and archetype are 2 of the best classes to begin with on your initial journey, along with dynamic and postural, which, as I say, is a prerequisite for many other things. So let's just say that you have taken dynamic and postural, check. You've taken tactile, check. And you're interested in perhaps becoming a core specialist. And that may again happen after you've had several classes. But as long as you have those 2 classes in your portfolio, you're then eligible to take what's called an IPET. Now, IPET stands for Intensive Professional Educational Training. And the level 1 IPET should either be for tactile or for archetype. And you would have to have those basic classes listed over here before you can apply for the IPET. So you would take one of those 2 IPETs, and you'd enter the date, the location, and when this class is offered in person, you receive feedback. That's what the test is. It's just mostly getting feedback. Am I doing those steps correctly? Is my pressure correct? Am I in the correct location to get the results that I want? So that feedback test is given as part of the class. If you happen to take the class online, then you'll need to take this test and get feedback at another point before you can check this off as being completed. So let's just say you did the IPET, check. Now, we also need to have the fulfillment of 64 hours of clinical training or lab work. And we offer family conferences, and at family conferences, you can come and watch the core specialist use this work with very large variety of different clientele, because it needs to be adjusted depending on who you're working with. So you get to watch that, you get to study it again, you get to practice with each other. And then after you've had 64 hours or 8 days of training for the lab and the clinical experience, then you can check this off. And again, you would just put the date and the location of this family conference. And at that family conference, at the end of the 8 days of training, focusing in on that subject, you are offered the opportunity to again test, which means we're going to want to give you feedback of accuracy and just to give you more pointers to make the work even more efficient. So those are 2 tests that are given at each level. Now, as I said before, this is like being a freshman in college. The whole time that you're fulfilling those requirements, you're called level 1. Then you graduate from level 1 once all the check boxes are checked. And now you begin level 2, or your sophomore year in college. And this, again, the entire time that you're fulfilling 3 more classes now, and you're fulfilling a second IPET, and you're fulfilling a second 8 days of training, clinical training, you will be called a level 2 core in training. So once all of these are checked off, these 5 boxes get checked off, and now we have a horizontal blue column is filled out. You now graduate from level 2 and go to level 3. Same concept for level 3 and for level 4. So bottom line it, to become a core specialist, you will have a minimum of 11 classes, 4 IPETs, these intensive professional educational trainings, and you will have 4 conferences of 8 days in length. Then, after you have completed all of these check boxes, then you are eligible to do your final testing of all 4 of these subjects. So at the end of level 4, you then can receive again feedback of how accurate is the work being done, what minor changes need to be added so that you get maximum benefit from the work. And so that is done usually again at the family conferences, and then the instructor that does this exam for you will then sign this and date it, and then the location of that. Once all of the final exams are complete and then you submit a case study, you then become a core specialist. So either way, if you'd like to have complete training with us that certifies you as an MNRI core specialist, we welcome you with total open arms. If you are just simply interested in the basic classes and a few classes of information that you can take without this prerequisite, either way, you're going to be a tremendous winner. Either way, you're going to find knowledge and skills that are going to make such a wonderful impact on the lives of your clients, on the lives of your family and friends. And we welcome you with complete open arms. And we're thrilled you're here with us. And we know you're going to love this journey. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.